Hey there, clever masterminds, it's your homeboy, Cleverboy86. Today I'm going to be continuing my Walking Dead Season 4 reviews. I'm going to be reviewing The Walking Dead Season 4 Episode 2, which is titled Infected. So, at the end of Episode 1, we saw that Patrick got really sick, and he died, and he came back as a walker. So anyways, he wanders into the cell block and he attacks someone in the cell block, and pretty soon the cell block is infested with walkers. So that was a really intense scene. But anyways, so we learned that there's like a strain of the flu going around, and people are getting sick and they're dying and then coming back as walkers. And Herschel decides to quarantine everyone who was in that cell block. And I thought the flu was a really interesting concept because it was a new kind of threat, like it wasn't walkers and it wasn't other people. So I thought it was a really interesting storyline. And there was no controlling who died because, anyone could get sick. So I thought that was really interesting. Anyways, Lizzie and Mika's dad gets bit, and he asks Carol to look after Lizzie and Mika, and we all know how that turns out. But yeah, anyways, meanwhile, at the prison, the fence is caving in because there's a bunch of walkers at the fence, and they're sort of pushing against it, and the fence is just starting to cave in. Rick decides to lead the walkers away, and he has to sacrifice these 3 pigs. And he's in the back of a truck, and Daryl's driving the truck, and Rick basically cuts the pigs with a knife, and then he throws them to the zombie herd. And it's something that Rick obviously doesn't want to do, but, it's something that has to be done. Anyways, also, Rick gives Carl his gun back in this episode, because earlier in the episode, Carl asked Rick, when can I have my gun back? And then that's when the cell block was attacked. Anyways, Rick took Carl's gun away after what happened in the Season 3 finale, when Carl shot an unarmed boy from the governor's group. And so anyways, Rick gives Carl his gun back in this episode. And and then at the end of the episode, Tyrese finds 2 burned bodies, and he sees a bracelet on the arm of one of the bodies, and he recognizes that that's Karen's bracelet, and Karen was Tyrese's girlfriend at the time. So that was a pretty shocking ending. Anyways, that's about it for this episode. Pretty solid episode, sort of the beginning of the flu storyline, which lasted until episode 5. And so anyways, this was a pretty solid episode, and I really enjoyed it. Anyways, I'm going to give this episode an 8 out of 10. Stay tuned for my review of The Walking Dead Season 4, Episode 3, titled Isolation. That will be coming later tonight, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, that's it for this review. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all for the next one. Alright, bye guys.